Adrian, take us away.
Yeah, hey everyone, and thanks Mocha. I'm K-Drive, and here we'll be running Castlevania Symphony of the Night randomizer on the Nimble Lite preset. The details of which we'll be going over the course of the run, of course. I'm joined by the Swarm for help with commentary and explanations. What's up, Swarm?
Hey, K-Drive, how's it going?
Yeah, going quite well. I'm excited for this one. This is one of my favorite presets, and this is actually the preset that was just run for the most recent community randomizer tournament for the spring 2026 randomizer tournament. So I'm excited to showcase all the new things that the tournament was running on. I'll go ahead and get into the seed right here and get the explanations kicked off shortly afterwards. So time will begin upon my entering the save file from here. So I'll count on from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Good luck.
Thanks. And I'll leave it to Swarm to start us off with the explanations here.
Alrighty. First off, we have our prologue. For everyone who has played SotN before, you know this is a kind of classic moment. And what do we have here? We've got custom Richter skins, and that is my skin in the game. I got a little Easter egg in the game. I did a little Halloween Richter costume, so it's immortalized here. Big shout out to the SotN randomizer devs for that. Very, very fun. And yeah, so we're getting started just like we would in our any percent. Doing our Hydro Storms. Unfortunate RNG here, not many stacks, but good prologue, good save. And here we are into our Alucard section, which is most of our run here. This is the Nimble Lite preset, and so just to touch upon that, Nimble Lite is a preset where you start off with Bat and Leapstone Gravity Boots, and with that, in addition, because this is Nimble Lite, Wing Smash, which is your spell to move really fast as Bat, is free. Same with Gravity Boots, Vlad off the bat. That's nice. And what that does is, initially people really loved, oh, this is another thing to touch on. Also, we're starting in a random spot in the castle, just to shake things up. This is how the tournament was orchestrated. It's a nice little thing to mix things up, and we got a very interesting one. Originally, you'd have to get the Jewel of Open to get down here, but because we start in a random spot, we just happen to start down here, so that's kind of nice. It can complicate things, but, you know, K-Drive is an experienced runner, namely in counting your complexity. But K-Drive's, you know, run this before. He'll do well. Starting off with Succubus here. And we have a good weapon, too. We've got Moblong. Not a great shield, but I'm sure we'll find one throughout. So Moblong's a great pickup in the beginning. In original Nimble, you'd start off with a Duplicator, Buffalo Star, and Mana Prism. And the main critique with Nimble before was that it was, oh wow, another Vlad.
2 Vlads already.
All right.
What's that?
Two Vlads.
What's that? 3 more freaking go bike track?
Yeah, 3. This might be a zip seed, who knows? But yeah, we'll see. So the main critique with Nimble was that you were really not looking for equipment, because you start off with like all the best equipment. You start off with Duplicator, you start off with Buffalo Star and Mana Prism. And so it was kind of a fun suggestion where you start off with random gear, just like you would normally. And just to make it so it has that Nimble feel, we kept the, we made Wing Smash free and Gravity Boots free, so you're still zooming. Okay. Guys, it's not oops all Vlads. So yeah, it's a neat preset. It's got the feel of Nimble, but it's got the randomized feel where you don't start off with spectacular gear. Like, we start off with good gear here, but by no means spectacular. Moblong is really, really good in the right circumstances, you know, if you can find a good shield, but and a Mornblade pickup, so that's huge too. So let's see. The main thing here so as I was saying before, Jewel of Open is usually required to get down here. And as it stands, we don't know where Jewel of Open is, so it kind of has that question mark, what's going on situation. Ooh, maybe potential library card. That'd be neat. We'll check that later.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
And so the meta down here is to just kind of check everything because you don't really know where you are in the complexity chain. You want to touch on complexity, Krushi?
Yeah, sure. So complexity is similar to the idea of like spheres or layers you might have heard in other randomizers for basically determines the amount of steps required to beat the game of vanilla. That's funny.
Is that Merman?
Is that even randomized?
Yeah, seriously. It's our favorite.
Yeah, so for this particular preset, there's a total of 6 steps needed to beat the seed because this is a complexity 6 preset. And basically everything that we're checking right now is on an unknown layer because we don't have Jewel of Open, as Swarm said. We don't have the logical means of getting down here. So once we find where Jewel of Open is, we can be more confident in what layer everything in the caverns area is. But for now, we're just going to pretty much check everything and see what we're working with.
Now, Karushi, Swarm, for those who are not familiar with Symphony of the Night, especially the rando, what are we trying to do? Like, I'm familiar with, but for those who are not familiar with, what are we trying to do? Why were those pieces of Vlad so important?
Mm-hmm. And so pretty much we're doing the good ending. The bad ending in SotN is that you just, defeat Richter in the first castle and then that's the end. He was the bad guy. But if you get the good ending, and then what you need to get in the good ending is that you get glasses. Holy glasses makes it so you can see the sphere and realize that Richter isn't bad. He's being controlled by Shaft. And then you get to the second castle and then you can defeat Dracula there. But in order to open the clock room in the second castle, you need to collect all of the Vlad relics. And so that's kind of so that's like a prerequisite. So all you need to do to defeat the game is find all Vlads and then find the holy glasses as well. And that can be in a number of different places. There's a lot of things that can happen there. Currently, but the standard play or the standard case is that you follow your complexity, you find glasses along the way, and then your final Vlad is somewhere in the first castle. Usually, that's like your base case. A lot of things can happen. It's a randomizer. But that's like generally how seeds go, and that's probably what we'll see here. And there's a lot of, because of our starting position where we have a lot of ability to check things, but not that much information. So here, if we went, let's say we got our merman statue after getting Jewel of Open, and we had a lot more information before that, we'd have more certainty in knowing that's progression. But right now it could be bait. We honestly have no idea. This, after we see what Grand Floon has, kind of spoiler alert, Grand Floon never has anything. You should never check him. But
does she have an issue with Grand Floon's?
I do. We've got beef. We've got beef. So, but he can have something. So it's in a marathon scenario. It's good to check. But in a race scenario, you just kind of pretend he's not our real boss. But now we'll see. Because I said nothing's gonna be here, he has to have something. That's kind of the rule. So we'll see. And this will kind of be our first big amount of information down here. Okay, honestly, that's like no information at all. So
okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna library card and then just take a peek at the shop. I won't be able to buy anything, but I'll be able to see if there's any other library cards, and I'm gonna save split out so we can go to Spike Breaker.
All right.
I'm interested in this.
Alrighty, so another set of settings that's new to the tournament is shop rando. So the shop prices are all randomized within a certain within certain bounds. To be honest, I'm not sure of the exact bounds, but that's kind of part of it. a nice little trick here, and that's what Cruci did. It's nice. You can check out the shop, see if there's anything good. Save and just load back where you were, and you get to hold on to your library card for use later, and you get to know what's in the shop. So cool little move here. And the reason why I say Grand Floon there really didn't tell you anything is because we have two potential complexity candidates here. One being, there you go. One being Spikebreaker, which could unlock Silvering if Mist was earlier, but we have no way of telling that right now. Or it could be Merman. There's really no way to tell. But this will give us slightly more information. I anticipate this being Final Blood.
Oh,
dang, he's good.
Wow. Genius.
All right, interesting. All Vlads. All right, so what that tells us is that there are two scenarios. Either Mist is upstairs somewhere, so it goes like, let's say Mist, Jewel, we find Spikebreaker down here, and then the next progression is at Silvering, or it was like Jewel Open to Merman Statue. And so that's Karushi's next real choice, is that do we want to get more information upstairs, or do we want to check out Merman Statue?
I think I'm gonna go back to Merman Statue because I could have probably done it on the way back before coming down here, but it would have been a little bit awkward to do so. But it's gonna only get more awkward, so might as well do it now.
It could be, it could be nothing, could be something. So yeah, I don't know. We really don't have enough information to tell what it is. But it could be something, it could be nothing. We have a library card to bail us out if it's nothing, so I think it's a fine choice to check it out now. Library cards are really nice in this because you can use them in the first castle, and if you don't find a good opportunity in the first castle, you can use them in the second castle. So in this, we've got something called a reverse library card, which is something that's new to the randomizer. It's not in the original game. If you go to the second castle and unlock the second castle, then you can hold on down, hit library card, and then you go to the reverse library. It's a nice thing to give the library card even more utility. And the community is kind of split on the on that effect on competitive play, because it can add a level of gambling, which some people don't like. I enjoy it. I'm a degenerate gambler, as everyone knows, and so if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna take some crazy gambles. So, where do you fall on the gambling meta, Cruci?
Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of gambling. I understand why people do it, but I can't say I'm a fan myself, so I'm definitely a more safe player, I guess.
Fair.
Yeah.
And in a marathon setting, it makes sense. I personally, it's the whole reason why I play SotN. Oh, missed.
Ooh, that's
That's very convenient.
Yeah.
Very, very convenient.
Excellent.
So, what that tells me is that, so we have Jewel of Open upstairs, layer 1, almost assuredly. Not guaranteed, but almost assuredly. It could be rings to miss, or rings to Jewel of Open, but probably just Jewel of Open. And from that point, it is, so we've got Jewel of Open layer 1. Layer 2 is Merman Statue. Layer 3 is Mist, and we need to get up to 6. So, and we know that the final, well, almost assuredly know, it's not guaranteed. This is a randomizer. Almost assuredly know that Spikebreaker, which we got earlier, the ring was there, that is Final Vlad. So Echo is somewhere in there. It's our second to last bit of progression. Well, it's our last progression before the Final Vlad. So from there, so it's Jewel, Merman, Mist, I think Glasses, Echo, and then Final Vlad at Spikebreaker.
Yeah, I think
Personally, that's what I think.
that's plausible.
Could be some wild stuff, but I think that's most likely. But that's what we're going off of. And this is kind of a gambler's dream seed because you found 2 random Vlads already. You have the final Vlad. You're just looking for glasses, and so we're looking for glasses and 2 random Vlads. And so likelihood is that well, we know glasses in the first castle, obviously. 2 random Vlads. There are 10 checks in the second castle. One of those is Echo. So we got 9 checks there. There's still a lot of checks in the first castle, so there's a likelihood that we get all 5 in the first castle, but who knows? We'll see. But yeah, this is kind of the gambler's dream because you can get it to a point where it's a 50-50 and just go second castle and hope for the best, which I honestly love because I'm a degenerate gambler.
Do not try
that. But you know, there are good things about playing safe. You know.
Karushi, Swarm, what's y'all's history with this randomizer? No, y'all mentioned tournaments before. What's your history with this game?
You can go first, Karushi.
Oh, my history is very interesting. I only first played this game in 2023, and I checked it out after. I saw a video talking about, or not talking about, showing, like that you can beat Castlevania Harmony Dissonance Maximum mode before Guilty Gear Strive launched to main menu, because at the time Guilty Gear Strive launched to main menu in like a couple minutes, basically. It took forever connecting the server and stuff. And I was like, wow, Castlevania Harmony Distance looks sick, so I'll check it out, right? And I checked it out, I played it, and then I realized like there's a whole host of other Castlevania games that are similar to Harmony of Dissonance. So I went on a deep rabbit hole, and then I ended up checking out like another indie Metroidvania on Steam that I actually run primarily as my main speed game, Afterimage, and that led me to checking out Symphony of the Night, which then led me to finding the randomizer community. So it was a long like path to get to eventually playing randomizer, but it's not a typical pipeline at all.
Nice. Yeah, and for me, I played it as a kid, but I was young and bad at the video game. So I only did the bad ending, and I thought that was the real ending. So
Oh no.
I didn't revisit it until much later. And then I got into speedrunning it because I loved it. Saw Bobby playing it, speedrun it, and then played a lot of 90%. And then I got into randomizer after that.
Yeah, Swarm's now one of the top players in the randomizer scene, so it's really cool to see that
Go ahead and
trajectory.
brag, Swarm. Go ahead and brag.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But no, it's fun. It's great community. Everyone's really nice and welcoming, and we're all competitive. So, but all friends. So it's a good time. So if anyone's interested, definitely look it up. If you need any more information, we'll repeat this again later. But SymphonyRando.fun is kind of the go-to place for everything that you need to play the randomizer, and it's a great site. Anything you need to know is on there. So, and yeah, nice. And the seed is kind of going as I thought. We're still looking for that Jewel of Open, and the thing about Nimble Lite is that layer 1, so the first layer in the beginning, because you start off with flight, so you have that and leapstone and gravity boots. You have a lot of checks that are open, so Jewel of Open could be a lot of different places. Could be in the library, outer wall, keep, Bull Rocks, or sword card. From this point on, we're really hoping for Karushi is that it's either here or sword card, because because of the configuration of the things that we found Spikebreaker on the same layer as Merman Statue, and then we find Mist, which means that the progression that's behind Mist could either be behind, it could be at Silvering or it could be at Soul of Bat. And so it would be a lot easier for us to check it in one fell swoop if Jewel of Open's here. But it could end up not mattering at all because we could end up just being at Library. But, you know, for thoroughness, we want Jewel of Open to be here or at Sword Card.
Yeah, also, I don't think we ever explained, like, the nature of the movement for the bat, or, like, just the mechanics.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah. Like, that's, like...
True. That's kind of a central thing to explain.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Nimble Lite mainstay.
Yeah, true. All right. Ring. Could be rando. Yeah, let's see. It could be... Yeah, we'll discuss that. We'll discuss Wing Smashing first. So Wing Smashing is a spell, and you've seen him... Little did you know, he's cast it probably like around 100 times thus far. It's just kind of one of those secret things you don't know until you know. It's the spell that makes him move real fast as Bat. Normally, Bat kind of just moves slowly from left to right and up and down, kind of slow. Wing Smash is really fast. It's where he gets those holograms behind him, goes super fast, is invulnerable, attacks everything. Super OP spell. And in this, it doesn't cost any mana, which is really nice. In the PlayStation and in every version except for Saturn Edition, you have to recast it once every, 60 some odd frames. I at one point knew it, but I'm washed now. So about every 1 second, and you have to recast it. And you'll keep going. And so it's what's called Infinite Wing Smash. In the Saturn version, you only have to cast it once, which is kind of nice. And there's actually a setting, for anybody who has, accessibility needs or just plain doesn't want to do it. There's an option in the randomizer to enable the Saturn style Wing Smashing, which is a really, really nice addition. So thanks for the SotN Rando dev. Getting fancy there. All right.
You won't see the Maria sprite for too long, but shouts to Crazy for Blades for the Maria sprite recolor.
Yeah, that was a little... It saves a couple seconds. It's more style points than anything. You can Wing Smash into the life up there, and your momentum will carry you through the door instead of waiting for the Maria text. So that was pretty swaggy. Mm-hmm. Love it. There's our Jewel of Open. So there's our level 1 Jewel of Open as we thought. And so there are things that we know about this now. And my base case and the assumptions were correct. Jewel Layer 1, Merman Statue Layer 2, Mist Layer 3, Mist could lead to Silver Ring or Library. Soul Bat. We don't know yet, but we're hoping for Library, so we don't have to revisit the Silver Ring, but we might just do it for marathon safety. I'll leave that up to Kurushi. And then from here, we anticipate it being Glasses at Soul Bat or Silver Ring, and then Echo Second Castle. But we already have our final Vlad, so we're kind of thinking
Wow, that's
beautiful pickup.
That's awesome.
Actual Alucard shield.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna recap.
That's not the joke shield. That's the real thing.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I'll probably do
so
it with the saving vector.
Yeah, that makes sense. So part of the reason why, the Moblong itself is just a spectacular sword to start with. It's got a good hitbox, it double hits, and it does good damage. It's kind of quote-unquote subtext is that it is extra effective with shields. Every shield in this game has a special interaction with the Alucard shield, with the Moblong sword, or the shield rod as well. Both do the same thing. And with the Alucard shield, it's probably the most OP thing ever in video games ever. If you hit anything with it, it does tons of damage every frame, makes you invulnerable, gives you hearts, and yeah. One downside, it takes mana. But in Nimble Lite, another library card, beautiful.
Nice.
So that's a huge pickup, and that's exactly what you want if you have a Mobbling Sword. So
yeah, I was just about to ask, what kind of loadout are you looking for, like offense and defense? But I guess that answers my question right now.
Yeah,
I can't ask for
you could be. Yeah, you could literally be completely unequipped except for the Moblung and a Alucard shield, and then you're A-okay. Because it's just that OP. It's like one of those. It was like I like it. I like this game because a lot of the things that they made in it clearly were not made for balance. They were made for like, all right, this thing's just kind of cool, so we're just gonna do it. So that's why I love this game. And we got a check here. Fire a bat. Nothing. Okay.
Just doing checks here.
Yeah. A couple item checks here. We've got our 2 library cards, an Alucard shield and Moblung. So our items situation is pretty spectacular. But I like to see what the game has in store for us. You know, it's always fun.
Yeah, and maybe some of you are wondering why I'm still checking items after finding what we found, but we still don't have infinite, in quotation mark, library cards. So any additional library cards we find will still be useful.
Yeah. Ooh, another vanilla. Let's go. Vanilla Soul of Wolf. Mm-hmm. And so we're checking out the library now. So we've got 1, 2. Did we check?
Did not check
Shopkeeper. I feel like we did. We checked Shopkeeper though.
Yes. Yeah.
When we first
shop. Fairy card, I think.
Nice.
No, Ramon. Have you found Holy Glasses yet?
Not found.
Or do you need it?
So, because of the way that the relics were laid out in the complexity chain, we know that it's either Soul of Bat or Silver Ring. Mm-hmm. And that's just kind of one of those vibes thing they can pick up from playing this game a lot. Yeah, so we're hoping it's here, because backtracking to Silver Ring, not ideal, but you know what, it's fine. It's all good if that happens. Mm-hmm. But we'll see, and yeah, so we'll see. I'm curious. So this is like the last big open question about the seed. Everything else is just kind of a numbers game. So if this is glasses, then we know exactly what's going on. Okay, it's not. So we know. Well, we still know exactly what's going on. It's not ideal for us, but these are the things that you deal with in the randomizer. You make decisions and then you live with them. So we know that glasses is now at Silver Ring.
Yep, that's right.
Let me just double check our complexity count here. So it's 1 jewel, 2 merman statue, 3 mist, 4 glasses, 5 echo, 6 final Vlad at Spikebreaker. And so there's actually a situation where it could be still confusing. We're not, anything I say, you have to take, I say these things with certainty, but it's more of a vibe thing. Like, I know mostly where the seed's pushing us, but it is possible for this to be split complexity, which is something that's kind of gross. It can lead to some non-ideal scenarios. You want to touch on that, or do you want me to go into that?
Yeah, feel free if you have a...
Okay. Yeah. So split complexity is, so basically, I was saying with certainty that our final Vlad was at Spikebreaker, which was downstairs in the caves where we went through that dark area, the spike room. That, because of the way that everything was laid out, and I've been paying attention, but I could have missed something. I don't think we saw Echo. I haven't been checking the chat for any SotN heads, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't think we have seen Echo, but Echo is in second castle if we haven't found it. There's a situation because we found a ring that a ring could also be in the second castle, and there would be two different there would be a branching complexity tree with both of them leading to Vlad's, and that is a valid situation. Normally, like in oh, fancy. That's another fancy. Got some more swag. I love those Hellfire strats. So that's a little iframe exploit there. There you go. Where you detransform with spikes and then do a little swaggy Hellfire there, which is that little teleport to get yourself to the door and use iframes to walk through the door. Very, very cool, very swaggy. Always love to see it. So nice to showcase that. And so as I was saying, sorry, I was kind of on a tangent. The split complexity thing is possible. So what I'm saying is that either we could have two Vlads in the second castle, two Vlads being the bone and the tooth, could be in the second castle, and then it would be a valid seed, and our final Vlad would be at Spikebreaker. Or one Vlad could be in the second castle, we could find a ring in the second castle, and then we'd have technically two final Vlads, one at Spikebreaker and one at Holy Glasses, which would be from a racer's perspective pretty disgusting, because all of these decisions that I'm talking about are made, they're assumptions, and they're assumptions that come to like a vast majority of seeds will fall this way. So like it's a 90% chance that we'll find both Vlads in the second castle and everything will be fine. And those are the situations you find yourself in the randomizer, especially in a race scenario. But sometimes that 90-10 gamble, it comes back to bite you, and that's kind of anything can happen in the randomizer situation. So we'll see how this plays out for us. But either way,
there's a stopwatch.
It'll be interesting. And now we get to fight Richter and save him. And now I'm saved. Feels good, man.
Let's go. Richter save hype.
Yep. So cool.
So do you want to talk about left side versus right side next?
I could talk about this all day.
Yeah,
I could talk about this.
Which team are you first?
I'm probably the most adamant left sider there possibly is, because I'm super stubborn. It's, there are these things that I have kind of made these hard takes about. Grand Floon being one of them and left sides being the other. Love going left side, love going skip Grand Floon. So with left side, it's interesting. You'll see, because of the way Cruci's going right now, we know he's going left side, and I greatly appreciate that. Left side is awesome, and you should go it every time. That's it. I'm just kidding. Obviously, there's a lot more to that. So with the second castle, there are two ways you can go. Either you can go right side, and you fight Medusa, Akmadan, Trio, and Bees, and then continue on like you would. That used to be the standard case in randomizer. But eventually there were grumblings of there were questions of why do we do this? And then there is nice.
Okay.
Ooh, there's Vlad.
One more.
Cool Vlad.
Definitely nice.
Now there's a subset of the community, and frankly it's come to the point where it's the majority of the community where they're just like, all right, left side's just better. And I'm a huge proponent of that. There are a lot of people, namely, I'll name two. Black Fox is like OG left-sider. I'll name three. There's Scrimps, who is a huge left-sider as well. And then Crazy, who is the one who turned me into a left-sider. And then now I'm a left-sider zealot. And basically the idea is that you have more checks left side, you've got, especially in the scenario where you have a really, really good weapon, we've got Alucard, Shield, and Mablung. So Galamoth, which is like the secret boss of SotN, has an insane amount of health. And if you don't have a good weapon, it's difficult. But if you have a Alucard Shield, it's better. And it's much quicker. All right, so at this point, we've got 4 more checks left side, and there are 4 checks right side. So even if creature is nothing, you have a 50-50 chance of it being left side. And we're only looking for one thing, potentially 2. Well, we're only looking for one thing, because it's either a ring, and there's a Vlad behind ring, or there's a random Vlad in second castle. And so either one of those 2 things we're happy with.
Now, for those who are not familiar, what is a random Vlad? Is that
yes.
outside the complexity?
Yes, correct. There's one Vlad that you can be assured of. Which is the final Vlad. You can follow your complexity chain, and then it will almost always be a Vlad. There is a edge case scenario where all of the complexity leads to holy glasses, and then all the Vlads are random. But that I can count like on my one hand, and I've played this game way too much, how many times that's happened to me. And so there's a possibility, but most of the time there will be 4 random Vlads and 1 final Vlad. And so basically you follow the complexity chain, you find the final Vlad, and then you're kind of playing a numbers game for the rest of them. And so here we're in our caverns. So this is where left side really shines. You've got Force of Echo here, you've got Dop, you've got Death, and Galamoth. These are pretty quick checks, these first 2, which is really nice. And it's always Force of Echo. Just kidding.
This time, unfortunately.
No, not this time. But we get to do a swag check on Dop 40. So, yeah, and so here we go. Swag check. Kind of boring swag, to be honest. So I give it a 2 out of 10. He gets randomized sprites separate from Alucard, so it's kind of a tradition to give him a rating out of 10 when you're commentating.
Yeah, I would agree with that rating. Yeah, not the greatest strip there.
Okay, so this is, as a left-sider, this is where you become you start sweating a little bit. At this point, you're like, oh, where's this stinking Vlad? It's, now the odds are like very much against you. It's like a 2/3, 1/3, 2/3 that it's right side, 1/3 that it's left side. And that's when I start sweating as a left-sider. But it's still, anything, it's a randomizer, anything could happen. We've got a Mablung Alucard shield, so Galamoth is cake, everything's cake, so the worst kind of feeds are, it forces you to go to Galamoth and doesn't give you weapons, because you're just there for like 10 minutes hitting him. It's rough. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's evident to the viewers, but like Alucard shield saves like a ton of time on boss fights, because a lot of times if you don't have a good weapon, you can lose tons of time just fighting the boss longer than a race opponent, for example. So
like, yeah. How much damage per frame is that?
I think it's 255, right?
Yeah, some ludicrous amount. It's supposed to be 255, I think. Yeah.
It's insane. It's just like one of those weapons that is like, you know what, let's just put it in the game because it'll be cool, it'll be funny. And yeah, it's like the most broken thing ever. And I love it. But there are other fun shields, like shield spells like Medusa Shield is fun. You get like these 2 snakes that will attack things randomly on your screen, which is really nice. And let's see, and then Iron Shield. That's another really good one. Do you have a favorite shield other than Alucard Shield, Krushi?
Oh, I've thought about this before. I'm trying to remember what my conclusions were, because I actually like had like a whole like tree of reasoning I was going through in my head for which one I would pick. But it would probably be Fire Shield, just because of the look.
Yeah, Fire Shield's great. Yeah, Fire Shield, that's one I totally forgot about.
The shield spell for fire shield's a little bit MP heavy, but it's still like one of the better shield spells.
Yeah, I'm there are a lot of fun ones. There's the leather shield, which spawns a cow, which is fun. Hey, Medusa shield.
Thanks for the fans.
Yeah, they're fun. There's like Alucard shield, which Alucard like waits for something to happen, then he gets like a question mark. He's confused, so that's fun. And then there's Herald shield, which is my personal favorite.
Oh, Herald shield, interesting. Do you like the Heart Crest like design on it, or is there like another reason?
It's a cool spell. I encourage everyone to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-oh, Galma, what are you doing?
Oh, Galma stuff. It's all right. See, we have got the ultimate bailout, which is Power of Mist. He's got his attack there. See, now you're good. See, now you're invincible against a unbeatable boss if you play him straight up. So we're just showcasing how broken the shield is.
Yeah.
You know, if you have anything other than the Alucard shield there, then that's like GG or kind of done.
Yeah.
But Alucard shield is like, all right, it's whatever. It's fine. Let's just hold our shield and he's done with. Left side, come on, baby. No. That's right.
Hard if we have to go back. That actually does matter. So
it does. So this is tough. This is tough.
I can't remember if I saved or not. So I'll just manually go back.
I vaguely remember hearing the save sound, but I don't remember seeing it. And I'm somebody who forgets it all the time, so I would not trust my judgment.
Yeah, I'm gonna manually go back.
I do not recall the last time you saved.
Yeah, I usually don't save that much, but for Marathon, we want to save decently often. But if I reset and I didn't save in a while, then that would be pretty bad. So
Yeah.
But so we got right side. We still have the open question. We don't know if it's random Vlad and second castle or if it's split complexity with rings, which is hilarious. It could be split complexity, and that would be, in a marathon setting, that's something you kind of laugh off, and it's like, oh, this never happens. But if it's in a race scenario, you're like, oh god, this seed stinks.
yeah, of course. Thankfully, our estimate accounts for such a situation, but
No, you're totally good.
at least we get the World Tour.
No, you're all good. We get to show more of the game, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, there's some cool movement on right side as well. For the
Kind of a funny thing when you're using the Alucard shield that I forgot to mention is that, so what Krushi's doing is that he's holding two shields because he's got his Alucard shield, which is his shield for hitting stuff, and then he's got his regular shield for shield dashing. It's kind of a fun little thing. So he has no weapon, just two shields. All right, let's see. Right-siders are going to be in the chat laughing at me because all right, let's see. We did do all first castle, right?
yeah, all that we could have done.
Okay,
I think there's only Holy Glass left.
Yeah, just triple check.
Yeah.
Nice. So we got some any percent movement here with some gravity boots. Always fun. Nice movement. Yeah, so now we've got our bosses here. We got our OG bosses. We get to fight Akmodan next. And normally these are, neat little fights, but we got Alucard shield, so he'll show up, say hi, and then he'll be gone in like half a second.
Sadly.
But SotN is never really... It's not known for its difficulty of fighting. Oh! That's a little fun thing that can happen. If you're like off one pixel, he can just kind of escape the shield and just kind of grab you. And Zangief throw you.
Yeah, I think we still have some iframes from the lingering shield effect.
Yeah. Okay, all right. This game is like, all right, you're gonna play all bosses now. So we got trio and we got bees. And one of those has either a Vlad or our well, actually, this is kind of an interesting scenario. Because we've done everything, we know that one of these is ring, one of these is a Vlad. So if we find a ring here, we don't know if the ring is behind. If we don't know if the Vlad is behind the ring, because it could be just be at B's, and then nothing's at Holy Glasses. So if we see ring, don't get too excited. Could lead to nothing still. So we're gonna complete second castle either way, just to be 100% sure. It's kind of one of those things.
This thing is interfering.
It's all right. You know what? We have power of mist. We can slowly, safely walk away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if something bothers you, you can just power of mist away and just forget it.
I'm sure people that participated in the bounty hunter tournament have PTSD from the enemy.
Oh yeah, no, that tournament broke me. Tournament broke me.
Yeah,
mentally, it was tough.
Mm-hmm.
But now we got trio here. We're fighting our friends, our fake friends. Don't have time for fake friends in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got. Hey, no nightmare scenario here.
So this is go mode?
This is go mode.
This is go mode.
All right.
This is go mode.
Convenient spot to have go mode because it's right next to where the final approaches.
Yeah, no, great seed to showcase, you know, most everything. You know, it's not like it was like we found, because I was scared in the beginning because we found those two Vlads in like 2 minutes. I was like, oh, is this gonna like be like a 15-minute seed or?
Yeah.
Honestly, at that point, we'll just reboot the randomizer, play another one.
Right. Yeah.
But nice seed. No, it's a good seed to showcase the rando. So.
Yeah, sometimes you never know when you're given like a longer seed. We didn't end up needing the 2 library cards either, which is it's pretty nice.
Yeah, sometimes use them, sometimes we got to use it to go left side, which is my favorite use of it.
Yeah. Shoutouts to the reverse library card. Yeah, the other thing is with library card usages, you don't always know when you're going to get more, so you just want to use it by default, like on the spots where you can save the most time, which is usually between first and second castle, or to get from Darkwing Bat to left side, or from the end of right side to left side, or from second castle to first castle as well, if you have to backtrack.
Yeah.
All right, so Doc,
nice.
How much time for track this down?
It's gonna be real quick.
First we gotta have
there you go.
Shaft.
He didn't even get to say his spiel. He just got absolutely destroyed. And now we got Drac. So we're gonna show off a nice Alucard shield strat here, where you jump up and you hold Alucard shield.
Yeah, time will be coming up very shortly.
Yeah, at the flash of the screen this time. Don't even have to worry about his moves. Just swipes right through you.
GG.
GG.
Yeah.
Those.
I mean, even though it was Nimble Lite, like I feel like we mentioned before, but yeah, Nimble Lite goes very fast, but also, of course, the seed had some nice conveniences that made it fast as well. So definitely satisfied with how it went.
Sarcasm.
No, it was nice. Well
That was
played.
very nice.
If he gains the world,
Yeah, no, it was a fun seed.
his own soul.
Yeah, and I think we got to show like most of the routing ideas that you have in Nimble Lite with the seed. Like there weren't any like, you know, fancy like, okay, let's skip this. Like everything was kind of convenient to go to, so I didn't need to have the thought cross my mind where I should skip something. And we probably wouldn't want to do that anyway for marathon.
Honestly, a lot of edge cases too. Like that could have gone a lot of different ways.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was good to have that situation available for a seed like this, just to outline types of things you can come across in randomizer. So yeah, as the final cutscene concludes, I just want to give some shout outs. So of course, shout outs first of all to the Swarm for helping out with commentary again. We ran Spellbound last year on Juneteenth Hotfix, and this time we ran it back on Nimble Lite. So I'm glad to have had him on again for all the explanations, especially for a preset like this where all the movement is very intensive. So having someone to help me with explanations alongside is very, very helpful. So I appreciate it.
Of course, anytime.
Yep, and Secondly, shout outs to, of course, the SotN randomizer community. It's an awesome, wonderful community. I was mostly lurking for a lot of my time when I first joined, but ever since like spectating the tournaments and hopping on people's streams and asking them about ideas and their thought processes and also how to improve the game, I felt a lot more like welcome gradually over time. So if anyone is interested, even like on a service level and getting into the randomizer, definitely check out the community. We're all on Discord at the Long Library, which I think you can find linked on the speedrun.com page. I hope that's right. For SotN. And then, of course, check out the randomizer page itself, which is at SotN.io, as well as the like onboarding overview website, which I believe is symphonyrando.fun.
Fear not.
Yeah, and then thirdly and finally, shoutouts to the Drivers Colony folks, you know who you are, and also shoutouts to anyone from the Uni community that was watching. I really appreciate all of you that have continued to support me throughout my speedrunning journey. And thanks again to GDQ for having me on. It's been a tremendous honor to be able to showcase this game numerous times, and I hope that all of you enjoyed what you saw here. If you did, feel free to check me out at YouTube, where I do all my things, including live streams and blind playthroughs. I'm about to start one for Metroid Prime Remastered pretty soon, so if you're interested in that, feel free to check it out.
Well then.
I think that's all I've got. Swarm, any last thoughts here?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure. It was a great showcase of a lot of different things. So we got basically through the whole site of symphonyrando.fun there. We got to touch on a lot of scenarios. Yeah, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure. Big shout out to the dev team for SotN Rando, Eldritch, Crazy for Blades, Chris, SacredLucy, all of you guys. There are more. There's a lot of them. But those are the ones off the top of my head. Big shout outs to them supporting us, because all these new features could not be done without them. Yeah, so thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, check out symphonyrando.fun. We'll teach you up, and it's just about having fun, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, actually, to add on a couple of shout outs that I forgot to mention, thanks again to Crazy for Blades for doing all the custom sprite colors that you saw for this run, for Maria, for Victor, and for Dracula in the beginning as well. Really appreciate him helping out with that, and also the little splash message that was at the very beginning of the run with Juneteenth on the title screen was also done by him, so I appreciate him. And then shout outs also to the folks that I watched when I first started, those being the Swarm himself, as well as Dragon Blitz and Inner Dog. All of them were like really foundational to my getting to the randomizer, so I owe it to them. Yeah.
One more shout out, big shout out to Mott too.
Yes.
Huge person in the dev team. Could not forget him. Sorry.
Yeah. I think hopefully we got everyone in there. And if you weren't mentioned, we really appreciate you regardless. Yeah. That's about it from us, I believe.
Oh my goodness. K-Drive, Swarm was amazing. I loved every bit of it. I'm a rando fan myself, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone get that lucky in a seed. So GG.
Sometimes it works out.
All those flags at the beginning, like what? But GG. So yeah, this is actually the end of my host.